What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mississippi Real Estate Podcast, hosted by Ryan Watson.
And I'm Tripp Spruill. It's all about real life, real talk, and real estate.
Join us as we dive into the stories, trends, and insider tips shaping the world of Mississippi real estate.
Whether you're buying, selling, investing, or just curious about the market, we've got all the insights you need to navigate with confidence. So if y'all are ready, let's get real.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Mississippi Real Estate Podcast. This is a brand new year, 2026. I got some exciting emotions and feelings about what this year is going to be like. And first of all, I just want to, on behalf of me and Tripp, just thank everybody for listening and following along with us last year. I think we learned a lot. With the podcast. We're still learning, we're still growing, and so just thank you, man, to everybody who's been a part of this with us and this journey, been behind us. And I mean, you want to say a little bit about that too?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would say from the inception, which I thought was crazy when you and Ryan, you and Sarah first pitched this, and I was like, look, there's no way. I didn't see myself doing it. Now I don't see us not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I agree with Ryan. Thank y'all for the followers and all the likes and comments and communicate. I mean, I would say that I was very impressed with the positive feedback we've got from our community. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's out there and people either know about it or have heard about it. And I've had several people, I would say weekly now, ask about the podcast, how's it going? Yeah. Or, hey, I saw your podcast, or I listened to it. And every time somebody, says that, it's just, I don't know, man, makes you feel good. I mean, we did this to have fun and to learn from each other, and then learn about our community, and then learn about other people in the community. And I think we had a good first year for awesome. Two people. Sarah probably knows more about it than anybody else, but for two people don't know what the heck we were doing, No, they just like to talk.
Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately where it kind of all started, just our love for the community and helping people and networking. And I mean, I think back now, I'm just sitting here thinking, this is just all of a sudden at the top of my mind, just amazing people that we've had on the podcast this last year, who have almost every one of them, I can't think of a single one that hadn't had an impact on our community.
Sure.
That are doing big things in our community. And just getting to meet those people for the first time, or people we've already known, that's been great. And I guess I'm just kind of reminiscing on from where this all started. Yeah. Going into 2026, I can't wait to see what it's going to be like.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I'm just happy we made a year.
We made it.
We made a year.
We made it.
Listen, we went from think about it. We went from an idea. Shout out, again, I attribute all that to you two.
Oh man,
y'all came from an idea. Y'all just, and I'm lucky and fortunate. Y'all asked me to come along on the ride with it.
Man, there's a lot of reasons why.
Like from our first studio that was housed in Weichert, right? Mm-hmm. And we didn't have a sign. Right. I mean, everything's kind of built. Now we got a sign. Now we're in a
little studio spot.
Yeah, because y'all are growing as your, Sarah, y'all's photography and videography team is growing or business. Yeah. So you have other people that are interested in the podcast, which is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're producing. I don't know if we've kind of made it public knowledge out there too much yet, but we're starting to kind of produce other people's stuff as well. Yeah. So that's something, I guess I'll go ahead and say it. If it's something you're interested in, reach out to me or Sarah, and we can help you produce that and figure out what that looks like. Start your own podcast. And that kind of was built out of necessity, I guess you could say. We've got all the stuff now to do it, and so we're kind of helping other people.
And we're still going to be growing too. There's still things we want and to add
Absolutely.
to the shows and people we talk about, we want to have on the show. But like, I feel like we've had I mean, from the idea to where we are now, I feel like it's been a really good progression.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
I personally have, just from outsider looking in, have watched you grow as your own personality in a podcast, and not afraid to get up here and talk and do.
I appreciate that.
It's been really cool. Not that I wasn't. I just hide it really well.
Well, I think I feel like I do too.
I get nervous about talking and people, because here's the deal: we're putting ourselves out there.
Yeah,
And
it's a very vulnerable.
We're gonna say stupid things. And I hope people understand that we're human, and we're gonna say things that may not align with other people's
opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is our opinion, right, about what we're seeing in our market.
That's right.
And our community, and
okay.
we've had opinions too. We've had people. I've been questioned. I think you've been questioned. Like, why are we having so and so on? What does that mean? And
sure.
And I don't think. I think we are very. I think there's. We're very attentive to who we want to bring on, and there's a purpose. And sometimes that's going to be more real estate heavy, and sometimes it's going to be more just business owner heavy. Who's this coming up? Got Austin Wrestler,
our first guest
and coming up, and he's going to promote the Yard Gym in Madison, and that ties in my opinion, that ties into both real estate and community, right?
Absolutely.
So there's a purpose behind everybody, but not everybody will probably understand sometimes, and that's okay too. I think we had, well, you didn't. I think over the past year, we had 2 kind of negative comments towards me about the way I talk.
No.
And I'm from Mississippi, born and raised, and I can't help it.
Yeah, we can't help it.
And you told me when you saw the comment, you're like, "Did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just saw it." And you're like, "Don't let it get to you." And I was like, "I'm answering it." But all in all,
man, that's water off a duck's back.
Ain't no doubt.
Yeah.
But all in all, though, I agree. I feel like, and I appreciate you giving me that vote of confidence, because if Sarah were to ever turn on these cameras before, I still get a touch nervous before they come on.
Part of it.
You ease into it for sure. And I still get, Sarah does a good job making us look good, because even before any listing video or just sold video or double agent video, I gotta get the jitters out, man. So it's still growing there too.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things. Like if you ever lose, like deer hunting, you ever lose that just
excitement rush,
rush about it. Maybe you just don't do it anymore, But and not. I mean, this does get easier as you do each one. It does get easier at each deer you shoot, but if you ever lose that,
something needs to change. Well, I'll flip flop it, man. We met when you came into Weichert, and there's 2025. There was we put a lot of things out there, and
learned a lot from you. 2025.
Well, I learned a lot from you too. I mean,
I will say that you're sitting here crediting a lot of things to me and Sarah, but I want you to understand, like, I appreciate you and everybody listening. Like, I want them to hear this. Like, I appreciate you. You've been like a huge mentor and a ton of help. Whenever I didn't know what to do, and I could go, man, let me call Tripp. Tripp knows. My boy Tripp knows, and I appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. Well, if I didn't know, we figured it out together.
That's right.
And but I learned a lot off of you too, because that's the thing about this business, and even insurance. I do it with Tyler and Brandy at the insurance office. Like, we don't know something, we'll have a think tank about it. We talk about it, and that's how we ultimately learn. Absolutely. And everybody, like you said, we're only human. We're going to make mistakes on this podcast. We're going to make.
No, we have.
Hopefully, we have. And we've said some things and
we figure it out.
Learn what kind of not to do, or try to highlight or whatever. But same thing in real estate. I've made mistakes in real estate deals and insurance deals, but that's just how. That's how we progress and grow.
Learn.
And I'm proud of you, because 2025 was a big change year. You came into Weichert office, and then you had tough decisions to do, and you followed your heart to a different. That's not always easy, but it's a part of growth. And
sure.
I'm proud of you for that, man. And you're, dude,
I
you're
didn't-
exploding in this game. So
I'm having fun, man. I've I learned so much when I was at Weichert. Weichert really, and it's got a special place in my heart, and it taught me a lot. Taught me a lot of lessons in real estate, and I'm really looking forward to Hopper and what Hopper has to offer.
Yep.
I've already, just I hadn't been there, but just short time. But my business is continuing to grow.
yeah,
And
picked up a listing
just
last
growing.
night.
Picked up a listing last night. Just got a text a few minutes ago about listing a house for somebody.
That's awesome. That's
So
gotta keep the ball rolling, as we say.
yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people talk about. I'm not bragging on this, and if anybody gets the credit, it's Jesus. But man, the biggest thing, a lot of people say, man, real estate's one of those things that's just kind of roller coaster, and it is. But I want to tell y'all something, man. I just feel like, and a lot of it probably has to do with my faith. But mine ain't done this yet. I feel like mine's just been doing this.
That's great. Yeah.
And it's been, but I got to give credit to the Lord, because I hadn't really, I put myself out there, and I try to stay in front of people, but man, sometimes I don't know where the business comes from. It's just, so.
He always provides, my man.
Man, he does.
Well, as much as you say you learn from me, you've also been there for me, and as a sounding board, and to let me vent, because I've got a few more years, and I don't say I technically burned it up this year. I had a great year in retrospect to the market we're in.
Yeah.
But I came up a little short of my own goal, and that's okay. And I was on track to hit it there, though. And then I just had, in this business and life, things happen with buyers and sellers that I had to learn. Yeah. There's only so much I can control.
That's right.
And so, but when I had those tough days, I'll be like, man, blah, 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 blah. You'd be like, hey man, you kept me on track too. So hey, look, it's a give take. So
that's what this is about. Not every day is going to be awesome and freaking butterflies and rainbows and roses.
It is what you make it, though, right?
It is going. Yeah, it's going. And I have crappy days too, and you're there for me on my crappy days. So that's what this is about, man.
Well, I would say, either way, we both had successful 2025s.
And 26 is going to be boom.
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
It's going to be awesome, baby.
There's a lot of buzz. There's a lot of buzz.
I'm ready.
Hey, did you have a good, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the things. And me and you obviously talked and texted throughout, but did y'all, for people listening, did y'all have a good Christmas and New Year and everything?
It was great. And so family's doing good, healthy, and we're surviving.
Sarah kept you around another year.
Yeah. There was a lot of firsts. My kids, I'd love to get into talk about some hunting stuff too, because
we'll have to circle back, but Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, Cliff Notes version. Man, my kids got their first deer.
Let's
2 of them
go.
did, and
not just the first deer, first
bucks. It was a great year to be a dad and to be a guide. I hadn't shot a deer this season, and that's okay.
Same.
It's okay.
Same.
You're a guide too.
I know. That's all.
And that's what it's about, man. It's honestly passing that tradition down. And
I couldn't be more happy for that.
Yeah.
My dad did it with me.
I kill one or not.
I know.
I won't do that.
The older I get, the more I understand that. My dad passed it down to me. I'm super passionate about it, but what I find now is I enjoy the prep work, seeing what it's going to turn into, and getting excited about my kids getting to go, and staying fired up about it. Same thing with you. I know your kids got first deer and first bucks, which congratulations. Now only gets harder because now they are going to expect a buck every time.
Oh yeah. I had to tell Eli, I'm like, son, it ain't this easy.
No.
Every time you get in the stand, you don't kill a deer, and sometimes you don't see it. A squirrel.
Yeah. So my son went 2 years. 2 years ago, he killed his first buck. And then last year, he killed a better buck. And this year, he's killed 2 does, but he hadn't killed a buck. Yeah. And he's about to lose his mind. And I'm like, hey, you can go on a drought on these bucks. Deer or not. I mean, it can be an easy thing, go out there and get meat or whatever in different places and regions. But what I'm trying to teach him is the patience and understand, like, hey, there's some guy. I was like, hey, there was a guy at our camp, and he's, depends on how you hunt too. Yeah. I was like, he hadn't killed a good buck in several years, but he's passed a bunch. But he got one this year. It just
Good.
took him. Yeah, it was a good one. But anyway, congrats to your kids.
Yeah. Well,
Casey,
the holidays, man, they've been good. They've been good. But yeah,
they go on a flyby, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, y'all do a lot with family. Me and Tracy travel.
We stay around here. Yeah, y'all travel. Y'all go to
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That's where her parents. That's where her family is or whatnot. And we go down there and spend time. And it's always a good time. And you know, the holidays are such a world from Thanksgiving to. I feel like it's we're trying to wrap up our years, and then she's the same with her company, and kids are getting out of school. I feel like it's definitely a much needed reset after the new year hits. Yeah. But we were busier this year at the end of this fourth quarter and going into the holiday season than we have been ever, just because our kids at the season of life they're at and their age and what they're involved in. Yeah. Then we had where I had kind of a slower coming out of summer with real estate and insurance, for some reason it bumped up November, December. So I say I didn't have a great 2025, but I was actually really thankful for the end of the year I had. Yeah. But it was weird because normally, you know, I've told you this sometimes, I try to get it all done summer, spring, so I can kind of cheat and go deer hunting in the fall.
Absolutely. So you got a little,
spend time with the kids when they're in and out of winter break and Thanksgiving and whatever. So it was a welcomed end of the year busyness and craziness, but I feel like we've hit the ground running in 2026. Like there hadn't been a let off, so not gonna complain.
I've been wide open. I had closings last 3 or 4 weeks now. Got a closing this week coming up. Listings coming up. I'm excited, man. It's just been. I feel like the market's really starting to ramp up. Not just because of rates dropping, and
I feel like there's a lot of good real estate. Like I feel like there's a little bit more optimism in the real estate market and the buzz going into 2026. Don't you get that feeling?
Yeah, and I feel like people are finally realizing like we may not see 3 again.
We're not going to see
or
3.
2.
We're not. We're dang sure not going to see 2.
Now there's a lot of hoopla out there and stuff.
What do you think about it?
That if Trump
50-year mortgage? Didn't we talk about that before the end of the year? Still not a good idea, folks, in my opinion.
Yeah, don't do that.
But you know, people are going to do it, and that's to each their own. And if you have here's what I'll say.
Just stick with a 30.
Well, here's the deal. All this is still a proposal, right? Nothing's really right. So if it happens, and you have a plan for it, fine.
And I'm talking about too, where Trump was telling the Fannie Mae and the Freddie Mac about spending $200 billion.
Oh yeah, buying the bonds or whatever to lower the rate.
The security stuff.
Yeah.
But
and then
if they do, and so what Trump's trying to do, from my understanding with this, is he's trying to bypass the Feds because the Feds aren't dropping rates like he wants them to. So he's trying to bypass them and go around them and let Freddie Mae and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac influence the market to drop the rates so that the rates will drop. I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, there's all kind of craziness going on. You got the $200 billion coming in or being proposed, and I said I took a news break cycle, so I do need to get back on this. But I know that was out there, the 50-year proposals out there, and then Adam Black has been pumping on his videos about the possibility of...
Shout out to Adam Black.
Shout out to Adam Black and all our lenders we love. But
we got a lot of good.
He's been putting out a lot of video about the possibility of doing this. You take your rate with you, the portable interest rate, which I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But to everything that gets put out there, there's going to be a blessing and a curse to anything. Somebody's going to say, this is great. But there's going to be a ripple effect on the other end. I'm sure that somebody's going to say, well, that's going to suck. But
but as far as the market's going right now,
they're trying.
I've seen an influx of buyers.
Yep.
I don't think there's as many houses on the market, sellers, as there are buyers right now. I think there's a lot more buyers out there, just from what I've seen. My end, I've got way more buyers right now than I've got sellers.
Oh yeah, same. Me too. I'm working with a lot of buyers right now,
and a lot of buyers that I feel like right now are, and this may be just across the board anyway. Buyers, get frustrated with what they really want and their niche of house that they need. But so I feel like I've got a couple that are a little frustrated with what's on the market, and but there's always that right one out there. We're gonna
They're
find
gonna
it.
pop up.
We're gonna find it for them.
Gotta be patient.
We on the search.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I feel like but with all that being said, I'm excited about 2026, but I still think, as far as the real estate market goes, but I still think it's still a weird market.
It's still a weird market.
We're not there yet, but we're getting better. We're getting closer.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like a normal market.
Let's get those interest rates into the 5s and let's hold them there. I think that'll help.
If they get into 5s, we're going to be so busy that we're not going to know what to do, probably.
That's all right, too.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm busy right now, and I'm excited too. But we're really gonna be trucking, boy.
We're gonna be trucking, yep. And
we're gonna be trucking,
we've had a lot of people ask, or at least people, hey, you still gonna do the podcast? Ryan's over. Y'all are different. Yes, that was never a question.
Yeah,
that was never a question.
Yeah, no.
Just because.
Well, and I want to clear something up too.
People don't.
A lot of people are like, man, they come to me and they're like, Ryan, so how you liking doing land now?
Oh,
and I'm like,
I still do residential.
Like, time out. Well, Hopper does a lot of land, but we also do a lot of houses, and I've got more houses than I got land right now for sale.
Well, so I think it's what people. Well, I had similar. I had somebody. I was actually driving to Deer Camp on this past Friday, and I get a text from a friend of mine and Tracy's. Their kids go to Hartfield with our kids. Shout out to Hartfield County.
Yeah.
And
great school.
She said, "Hey Tripp, do you have any good referrals or know anybody who would be good for commercial real estate?" And I texted her, I was like, yeah, me. I was like, I do it all. Commercial real estate too, Yeah. And so anyway, I thought that was people just don't know. I mean, because you do have these niches. You got people who do just commercial, you got people who do just land, you got people who do just residential, but then you got like, dude, I'll sell anything, everything you want to do, and
well, I mean,
I have the resources.
We're both engulfed in real estate, in general, and
you've got the resources behind your brokers to do everything.
Sure,
a Mississippi licensed realtor is not. I mean, you have a lot of realtors like, I'm just going to do residential.
Yeah. Some agents are like that. Some do niche it down to like, I'm not selling a house. I
will go get you whatever you want that we're licensed to do.
Yeah.
And that was my point to them. Like, I'll help y'all with this. If you're willing to at least give me an at-bat. And we talked to them and we got a plan. And I said, hey, if something comes up, then I'm not so, I can be humble and say, look, I may need some help on this and bring somebody in or whatever. But right now, there's nothing we talked about. We're like, I can definitely help you with this. So yeah, stereotypes. Just because you moved to Hopper don't mean you just land guy now.
Well, and I told somebody the other day too. They were asking about listing a shopping center, and which is pretty deep in commercial with that one. But I told them straight up. I said, look, I hadn't listed a whole lot of shopping centers. I said, but
I can.
But
figure it out.
and if you're okay with me being a guinea pig, or you being a guinea pig, let's go.
Yeah.
And I said, but I'm not going to do it alone.
Oh no.
I by far would never just jump into that alone. I said, I've got people.
That's why I said you got the resources.
Too.
Yes.
We've got resources and people that work with us that can walk alongside with us, co-list it with us.
Partner in, whatever.
And who know that, that depth of commercial or that, that side of it. And they're like, man, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
But that's just being honest with people too.
That's all you got to do. It's a relationship business.
Yeah.
If you got the relationships, they're going to want to work with you anyway. Even if you're telling them like, hey, I may not be as experienced in this area, but I dang sure can figure it out.
Absolutely.
And I would love to help place y'all there. And they're going to do that. I mean, look, at the end of the day, people that have been in the game for 20, 30, 40 years, they also started somewhere.
Absolutely.
you got to give people that, that opportunity, and some will and some won't. Yeah, but that's okay too.
So all that to say, we do everything.
There
ain't nothing that we.
And then a little bit above and beyond outside of real estate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, y'all got the media thing is rocking and rolling. Yeah. I would say.
Yeah,
photography, videography is doing good. Y'all are picking up, like we said, and so y'all got that good business going. And
it's been great. It's been good.
Insurance has been hot. Yeah. I got that as the old double agent, and so.
Man, I was going to tell you about this. I had a recent deal. We closed last week, and we've been saying insurance. I'm gonna get into insurance a little bit right here. You ready for this?
Still wild too.
So, and I'm gonna get into the roof thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I told my client going in this, I said, look, your roof is over 10 years old.
Very difficult.
We might run into something with a buyer, and we get ready to close or whatever. I'm sorry, before we close, where they may not be able to get this insured because insurance is just kind of they're not liking a 10-year roof.
Or older.
Or older. And so, but let me tell you what, man, we went right through. Everything went smooth. Didn't have a hiccup. But what's crazy about it is two houses down.
Mm-hmm.
That one, and I'm just being real life, real talk here.
Real talk, real estate.
Didn't have the first problem with this one 2 houses down.
Okay.
The one 2 houses down from it, the last deal, the sellers ended up having to put a roof on because the buyers couldn't get insured, and which just blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, look at the bright side though. You saved 40 grand maybe. You didn't have to put a roof on. We got the house sold and
got it insured.
Moved forward.
I will say the
and I don't know. It could have been. I'll say this. It could have been. There could have been a factor of. I don't remember if they were first-time home buyers. This last house we sold, but this one definitely was not first-time home buyer that we just dealt with. This last one, but I don't know. It was. I'm thinking. That's the thing. That's how real estate changes just immediately. I'm gonna shut up and let you talk in a second. But that's how it moves and changes, And so now I'm gonna go into my next sellers and say, if your roof is 10 years old, there may be a chance to where the buyers come in and they may not be able to get insured because the roof's age. However, it may not happen. It may or may not happen. It just depends on.
We had one of our carriers call up. Yeah, it is weird. So they were all tightening up. 10 years. Yeah, the roof age was a big factor. Still is.
Mm-hmm.
But we had one of our carriers. The rep came in, going out of 25 and said, "Hey, coming into 26, we're going a 20-year roof instead of 10." So they lightened it. They kind of. They lighten the reins on that a little bit, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's
not only for us in the insurance industry, especially as independent. Independent agents. I mean, it ebbs and flows on the markets that we're really competitive with. Mm-hmm. When I first got back in the insurance sales, we were rocking and rolling with home and auto, and then it got really difficult, and everything kind of changed with all the markets and everything that we talked about in the past. But as an independent agent, I've learned too, like, we're really geared. I mean, we're really geared towards being competitive in the commercial market too. And so for a while, we have not been as competitive in the home and auto space. And man, we were really just trying to retain that home and auto business because we were shopping. We still are. We still get. I'm shopping one today after this recording. I've got to shop a home and auto for one of my clients because. Yeah. Still dealing with some of that same stuff. But we're starting to see some carriers starting to soften on some of that requirements, which I think is going to help us get back more competitive in the home and auto space. We'll give more people more options, which hopefully will trickle down to maybe not having insurance blowing up so many real estate deals. Yeah. So excited about that for 2026 on my other side of the industry that I work on. So fingers crossed, we'll follow back up on that too as it goes.
Yeah. And I brought all that up, or the roof thing.
It's important.
I'm just curious. I mean, you're talking anywhere.
Dude, I showed a house
20 to 40, 60,000.
Yeah,
or more.
I showed a house last week, and I looked on the property conditions disclosure. First thing I went to was roof. I used to go like structural, and I'm like, give me the roof.
Yeah.
We'll work through foundation.
Yeah.
I got to the roof. And it said 30 years old. I was like, oh.
It might be a problem.
Now, fortunately for me and my clients, that just wasn't the property for them. It was a beautiful residence.
Sure.
And the roof was the only really nick on that property.
Yeah.
But I told them, I said, look, even though they knew it wasn't the property, I said, man, it's good because we'd have had a tough one with that roof.
Yeah.
30-year-old roof. Yeah. That's kind of unheard of. Like usually you've had something change. That's an old roof. That's what that. And look, it wasn't anything different that made it like a. It was a architectural shingle. I'm looking at them like it had to be changed out. I'm thinking they I think they either didn't know, they misinterpreted something, but it didn't look like it was a roof that was in horrible condition. Right. But when I saw 30-year roof, I was like, oof, that's going to be all.
Well, that's where it's good to have, good real estate agents who know these kind of things, who are in the game, and I mean, heck, you see it all the time with insurance. That's some of the main thing that I tell people. I go straight to the foundation, I go straight to the roof, and I look at those things because in the air conditioner, I mean, they're all the things we look at.
The big things, yeah.
But
and all the small
we go right to it, and say, look, if you like this house, it's a great house, but it might cost you $40,000 when you move into it.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Let's try to negotiate with the sellers and see if we can work something out. And that's a big negotiating point.
I think a lot of buyers too are seeing the houses that hadn't been necessarily, I don't want to say not taken care of, but not well maintained, or some of this stuff is at the end of their life expectancy, and they have the patience to move on. I think sellers are going, not understanding why some of these properties aren't moving so quickly, but these buyers don't want to come into those old problems. I mean, I go back to that too. As a seller, or if you're getting ready this year to sell your house, maybe in summer or whatever, go ahead, maybe spend $300 or $350 on a home inspection and see what maybe you might see a buyer come back at, and do some of this, punch list stuff, or if your HVAC hadn't been maintained in a while, get somebody to check it, or this is stuff that's going to help you sell it versus somebody trying to negotiate. You feel like you're getting a low ball. And a lot of people are like, why you low? Everybody feels like buyers are getting a low ball offers. No, they're just able to negotiate again.
I feel like that is a great point to an extent. And the reason I say that is I say that lightly, is because sometimes especially with the sellers, you want little things in there that you can negotiate when an inspection comes up. I say it like this, or it's like this. So I go over to the house last night, go on a listing appointment, and there's some little bitty things that they were already planning on doing. Little bitty things. I'm not talking about like the walls falling down. Obviously fix that.
I've had that before.
Repair that. But they had some little places where, we needed to touch up the paint here on the wall, a little nick in the wall or whatever. I'm like, are y'all planning on doing that now? They're like, well, we were. I'm like, no, don't. Let's wait, because when you get to negotiating and it's not a huge eyesore, and this is just one of those things, just a little small thing. But when you get to negotiating with a buyer and come in, I was like, when you got a list like this of all these things that the inspector is going to hit on, it looks like these buyers are getting the world out of this house, and you're going to fix all these amazing things for them. When, and I'm just being real right now, this is how it works, and you just got to be on the front end and be creative before you even get into negotiating the sale of that house, of little things like that. So I'm going, don't fix that. Let's wait till this thing gets under contract.
They may not even ask for it.
They may not even ask for it, and if they do, hey, you was going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's paint that little fix right there. Yeah. They feel like they're getting the world.
Yeah.
And I know you agree with that. You do that too.
I agree, but I also think,
like, people fix your houses. They're falling apart.
I mean, there's a difference between the little stuff and things that, especially if you're going to try to get your realtor to list it at the very top. Yeah. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I don't know. Yeah. Those are just conversations.
You're right.
To have
don't
when
expect
you
to get top dollar if you look like trash. I mean, you're not going to get top dollar for it. Go fix some stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
For us as realtors, man, some of those things, let us come look at it, because there may be things that obviously you need to fix that are going to come up with an FHA loan or VA loan or whatever. Let's go ahead and get in front of that. But if it's some things that you can negotiate with, we know how to come in there and say, hey, this is a negotiating tactic. This is something we can work with a buying agent, and they feel like they're getting the world,
I think I'm about to have a home inspection on mine.
Do it, baby.
I've been in that house for so long.
Get it.
And I know we're getting to a point to where I feel like we want to try to build our house, or we're kind of re-looking at that. And we know there's going to be things coming in, especially being in it. So I'm like, I told Tracy the other day, I was like, hey, we'll get a home inspection prior to us listing it. And I would rather go ahead and get ahead of like somebody trying to list the whole, I mean, because you get them. I get them too
absolutely.
when you have a listing, and then you get a buyer's agent sends just the whole inspection report to you, like fix all that. Well,
that's what I do.
My thing is, because I do, yeah, I do it too.
It probably ticks off. I learned that at Wycott.
Well,
probably ticks somebody off.
But I guess having some single family rental properties and trying to do preventive maintenance along the way, so I don't have a big expense. While I have tenants in there or not or whatever, trying to fix stuff up. I just like, for me, and being in real estate, I'm gonna get my home inspector guy in there, and if I can see things I think will be a problem child, I'm just gonna go ahead and fix it. And if we don't end up selling our house and we put that on the back burner again, then those things needed to be fixed anyway.
Sure.
Something may be out of code that, we've been in that, like I said, we've been in that house for 16 years.
Yeah.
So.
How old's your roof?
I don't know. I should know. I should know. We
had a storm over that way not a couple of years back.
I didn't change it then. I had a reputable roofer come out and trusted that they said we were good to go. I recorded, because I'm in insurance. I tend to do this now, but when we have hailstorms and sell at my house, I'll go outside and video what's coming down on my back porch, because I'm not only doing it for my house, but I'm documenting the storm, even though I can say, hey, this storm happened. But I can always go back and say, yeah, when my clients start calling in for roof claims, they're like, yeah, we did. This was the date that went down.
Right.
But that last one was such pea-sized little hail, it wasn't doing. I knew it wasn't going to do anything, but we had it done. I bet our roof's in between 10 and 15 right now. We're getting close. I may have to. That's my issue. You know what I mean?
Think about that. Yeah.
I mean, it looks good and it looks like it's in good shape, and we don't have any leaks. But the insurance companies, if we end up with
that one that we had over in Jackson, that the inspectors inspect it. They got one of their roofers to look at it and inspect it. There was nothing wrong with that roof. I mean, not a leak, not a nothing, not a flashing messed up.
Just age.
They just said it was 12, 13 years old. I was like, okay. It's not leaking. There's nothing.
I don't care. But it's getting close to that, and it could start leaking.
It could. Yeah, that's the way it works, man.
Well, what about 2026? Excited about real estate.
Excited, man.
I'm cautiously optimistic about insurance rates going on home and auto. Yeah. What about Mississippi Real Estate Podcast 2026?
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great.
I'm pumped.
It's
gonna be. I can't wait to see. I've already talked to several people. They're like, man, I can't wait to come be on y'all's show. I want to be on it. Or
that's what I've had. I've had people reaching out now and after the new year, and I called you about one and like, hey, and but I've had other people like, hey, you think I can get on there? And they're sending texts, hey, you think we can get on there and promote this? And I love that.
It's pretty cool, man.
I didn't. If you'd have said that's what was going to happen, not even at the start of this thing, but 4 months, 6 months in, I'd be like, hey, no way. Nobody's going to listen and talk to us.
Listen to us, yeah.
But we've got a great community. We got a lot of good support system. I think people are, they're supporting us, and I think there's some podcasts they may not get anything out of, and they turn it off, and there's some that they find entertaining or get information out of, and that's the whole point. Hey, they're there if you need them.
Yeah, that's right. And I encourage people to. I know you'll feel the same way. I encourage people to go back and listen to some of the ones that we've done. If there's certain people or businesses or something that you want to know what kind of person this is, man, go back and watch and learn their story, and I promise you'll see they're just as human as you are.
Yeah, maybe not the other realtors. Call us first. I'm kidding.
No, there's some
to our realtor friends.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding, or I might be serious.
There's some great realtors. And I actually talked to our head guy over at Hopper and Paul. He said he'd love to be on here, so we're going to have to get Paul on here and talk to him.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of good.
He'd be a good one too.
We had a lot of great people in 25, and I think we got a lot of forecaster people we want to reach out to too. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Be a good year.
I'm looking forward to.
I wish I could drag Marianne on here, but she ain't gonna. Shout out to Marianne. She's awesome.
You know what I'm looking forward to too?
What's up?
I'm looking forward to seeing how Sarah can up her game on some listing and solds and double agent videos. Because I told her, I said, hey, we got next week. I got to do a sign drop video.
Let's go.
So we gotta keep that momentum going too. She does awesome. Yeah, I say this all the time.
She kills it.
Y'all call her if you need her, but I really don't like referring her out. Because I don't want her to be too busy for me.
I know.
It's a selfish thing, really. Well, I'm being selfish, 100%.
And I'll tell you, honestly, like, we're very, I don't know if this sounds terrible or not.
Pro trip, y'all want to help me out?
But we're picky about who we work with in real estate, on the real estate side, just because, real estate's just a different kind of photography, different kind of videography. And it's a niche. You either got in real estate, photography, videography, you got to be like all in. And we do so many different things, and so we have to be picky about who we video and who we do stuff for.
Well, everybody does it different.
We just can't handle all of it.
I follow other realtors in our area that do video stuff too in shorts, and I'm like, that's awesome, and it works for them. But I don't know if I could do that. Mm-hmm. But maybe I may try one or two to see how it hits. Sure. But my comfort is what me and Sarah have started with the help of you and everything. But even mine and your videos are different. They're not 100% the same.
No,
we kind of have a lot of similarities, but you throw a little bit more pizzazz, comical style into yours a little bit. I feel like sometimes I don't know how to say it right. I'm a commercial mode, I guess, or something.
No, you're a lot more professional with some of your stuff. It's got a little more professional feel to it.
Yeah. Well, you like to throw some spin in yours, but I don't know. It works.
I mean, just being honest.
I know. So anyway, just do what works for you. But I'm ready. I'm ready to do some more.
Either way, we both put ourselves out there. We're not afraid to be put out there, and
I'm still afraid.
Show who we are.
I'm still afraid. Yeah. It's like we said, man, it's a vulnerability. I mean, we're being vulnerable. We're opening up our lives and what we see every day for somebody to comment, even on this one, like, y'all are a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. And hey, you can say that.
Cool.
That's your opinion.
Appreciate you watching us, though.
Yeah.
If you need to buy or sell, call me or Ryan.
Appreciate you pushing
pick between Weichert or Hopper, which one you want. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I guarantee you, we'll talk about it anyway together.
Oh, yeah. It don't matter.
But the whole video stuff too, though, I mean, I have moved past a lot of that stuff, but it's a big part of our business. And
for sure.
I guess I would say
we could talk about AI all day long.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
conversation. That all connects together with all this. With being on social media and putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
The way technology is advancing extremely fast and at a much faster rate than anybody ever expected, especially with AI, across the world, and it's just moving extremely fast. But long story short, all those things that we do, people are now getting on the internet and they're searching who's the best realtor in Central Mississippi, in Brandon, in Flowood, Madison, wherever you're at.
You gotta be.
You need to be on there.
Yeah.
You need to, because they're doing this.
And look, I still got work to do on that. There's a lot of things I learned in 2025. I was like, man, I didn't ask for this or do that. And I'm like, that hurts. I know that hurts a search engine somewhere, or it doesn't pop up on this. I mean, heck, what was it last week when we were talking about like what's new in social media, and we were talking about like the business pages versus, I was like, I never knew. And you're like, we just figured it out too. Yeah. And y'all helped me kind of tweak that.
Right.
And the first one we put out as a test, got way more hits on Instagram than just what I was like. Oh man, it actually worked.
Yeah. No,
but I will say,
and technology is changing. The algorithms are changing I feel like monthly. There's something new.
That's so frustrating, man. I'm such a old soul because of where like technology was starting to boom, and I was already starting kind of, I don't know, getting older, and the younger folks like yourself are more immersed in it, and so there's a part of me that's like old man, like I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm doing old school way. And there's part of
yeah.
me like, I know I have to do it and figure it
Yeah.
out. But that's why I have people, if you don't know, here's what I'll say this.
Yeah.
A little nugget for newbie realtors or realtors that are maybe in the game and looking to change something. You got, if you haven't done video, try it. You're going to have to, I think it has been a big boom for mine and your business. And if you don't know, spend some more of your marketing dollars or time getting to know people who are doing it, or that you can pay somebody a little bit to help you out with it and try to figure it out. Because if you're not really doing it, and I don't do it as much as I feel like I should, because I still get like, well, I don't have a house to sell, or this, that, and the other. I don't like putting out this, and I got to get out of my own way of that now.
Right.
But I would say 2026, if you hadn't done video, try it, or try some of these, whatever. Follow somebody on TikTok and just emulate what they're doing. Like, don't reinvent the wheel. But anyway, that's my soapbox going into 26 on social media.
I will agree with that 100%. And I'll say this too. I'm gonna tack on to what you're saying. The difference in, I truly believe this, the difference in successful businesses in general, but especially real estate agents, insurance agents, whoever, whatever business you're in, it's going to be the difference in how successful your business is going into the future because of technology and where everything is moving. You need to be doing videos. You need to be doing some kind of content on social media, some kind of way, shape, or form. It's going to shape your future. And I mean, that's like this AI class that we went through.
That was crazy.
That was scared the crap out of me. I know it scared you too.
No.
But the reality is that that's where the future's going. That's where the world is headed. And you can either grab onto it and attach yourself to the movement that's coming, or you can be like some of these older agents and go, I ain't doing that. I ain't got to worry about that. I'll just work off referrals and blah, 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 blah. You can, and you'll probably do good. You'll do all right in the South. But if you want to be extremely successful in this business, you got to jump on board with what's coming and the way technology is moving.
At least be a little bit more open to it.
Yeah. And look,
I'm not saying you have to, because you can go down so many rabbit holes you feel like you're spinning your wheels.
Absolutely.
Just pick one thing, try it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so that's my
cool.
That's my 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents too.
I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah. That's just my opinion. And as old Dave Ramsey says, I'm the expert. My opinion.
I'm the expert on your opinion.
Love Uncle Dave, man.
Everybody got opinions too.
Never mind. We won't say that. Never mind.
Yeah, forget all that.
What are we doing? Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, 2026.
2026 is going to be awesome.
We're excited about it.
We're excited about it.
We're optimistic about it.
Thank y'all for hanging in there with us and in our learning curves and all the things we're doing.
Yeah, we've enjoyed the first year. We appreciate the support. And I will even say this on this: if you made it this far in this podcast or this video, whatever, however you watch us or follow us, drop a comment if there's something you want us to talk about. We kind of started plugging this last year and we got away from it a little bit, but we want our audience involvement. Tell us what you want to know more about, or what if you want us to talk about, or let us know if there's somebody they're like, hey, so and so would be a great guest on your show, or whatever. I mean, we'd love to have any of your thoughts and opinions, the good, bad, or the ugly. Let us know so we can get better.
Absolutely.
You agree?
I agree 150%.
Ooh, okay. Well, I think that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, me too.
We got a few more weekends to do. Once I get deer season out of the way, I'll be a little bit more focused.
Yeah.
I am getting tired though.
Yeah. Well, the deer there's a lot of deer that have died, and
I feel like there's a lot that I hadn't seen.
Not as many deer out there as there was.
Well, I feel like it's been that's also been a weird year. It's been a weird deer season, and I've talked to a lot of people say the same thing. I'm not going to rehash this conversation because we'll be on this for another hour.
Oh yeah,
and I know you've got a 1:30 coming up.
Yeah, I gotta go.
And I've got some.
Got to see old Noah Parton, Noah the barber.
Oh yeah, the barber.
I love the barbers, man.
Go ahead and plug your video you just did with him real quick.
The best. Yeah, y'all go check it out. I did another the best. We're on episode 8.
That's awesome.
And we're not. This ain't anything extravagant. We're just having a good time and interviewing some people around, trying to have some laughs and Noah was a great sport with that. I made fun of some things. I'll let you go watch the video. I don't want to give anything away if you hadn't watched it.
Yeah, but tell them Noah's a barber.
Yeah, Noah. He's a barber
and does a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
it's two Noahs.
Yeah, there's two Noahs there, Noah Smith and Noah,
and they both
Noah
have
Parton.
mustaches.
Yeah,
one's bald, one's not.
Yeah, both of them have a dirty Sanchez going on.
Yeah, but they're both fantastic guys.
Yes.
If you're looking for, I know guys. We've talked about this before. It can be hard for us to find somebody, and when we find somebody, we stick with them, whatever. But if you're looking for somebody that can give you, or even freshen it up, they're not afraid to go. They'll give you.
No, they're great.
They'll give you a new look for sure.
And I had a guy yesterday. I'll throw this out there. I had a guy yesterday message me and say, "How can I get a haircut, or how can I set up an appointment with them?" It's very easy. You can
online.
Get on Google, search Noah the Barber
or Instagram.
You
can hit his link.
Hit his link on there. It's very easy. The quickest way is just Google him.
Yeah.
Google Noah Parton, and it'll pull him up, and it'll say book now or book.
Yeah.
And you can go right in there and send you a text message saying your appointment is at this time on this date.
You can go ahead and pay for it.
You can go ahead and pay for it. Leave a tip.
Leave a tip. Everything else. They're great guys. They've got a growing shop. And y'all go check out Ryan's The Best with them. It's funny. They're all funny.
Let's give them. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say.
That's it. We'll give it a. Thank y'all so much.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
2026. Let's go. Okay.
Let's take us out. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode, the first one of 2026 of many more.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Thank y'all so much.
Please follow us.
Follow us, subscribe, like, all
comment.
The things. Give us a little feedback, how stupid we are or not, whatever you want to say. We love y'all. God bless.